even more your own trading results. So thanks again for being here. And let's get the show on the road. So today we'll be focusing on moving averages with more depth, as I poetically described. And this webinar, as you know, is hosted by Admiral Markets. My name is Chris Forsig. And before we start, the usual risk disclaimer. Please read through it carefully. But in general, you should be aware that this webinar is meant for educational purposes only, and no trading advice or recommendation should be derived from this webinar. Okay? So thank you for your attention on that. So just a quick heads up for those of you who are not aware, Admiral Markets in the social media, you can follow them, for example, on Twitter. I have here an example already, so you can add Admiral Markets, and then you can follow all the news up to date as it goes along. All right, so that's pretty handy. Facebook too. All right. For those of you who don't know yet, there is a great contest going on, so you might want to take a look at that. That's always cool to do. And some cool features for those of you who don't know that you can buy and sell directly from the platform. There's great market depth and spreads, so something to look into for sure if you are already not a customer of or a trading with Admiral Markets, I should say. All right, so that's some cool stuff there. And now we can move along, of course, to our goal of today, the goal of the webinar, moving average trade plan explanation with some extra tips. All right. There's a bit of a double word there. But, yesterday, for those of you who were there, we went through a trade plan on moving averages, but today we're going to make it a little bit more juicier. We're going to add some explanation why such a trading plan would work. We will repeat the trading plan itself for those of you who are not there, and we're going to give some extra tips with implementation as well. So today's agenda is a nice summary of trading philosophy, design plan, and then some risk management and extra tools. All right. So before we start, before we get going, I normally like to ask some questions so that I have an idea who we have in today's webinar. And I was just wondering if you have time to type something on your keyboard. If not, then no problem. Maybe you're multitasking right now and only want to listen in. That's no problem. But I'm just curious if you use moving averages for your analysis or your trading. And if so, let me know which one. And if not, why not? I'm just curious what your opinion is on moving averages and if you use it in your trading plan and if you think they're important. So a lot of questions, maybe too many, but if you want to pick out one, like for example, do you use them? It would be really cool to know who is attending and actually uses these. So I have some interest here. One person is saying 1 hour, I think. Cool. Another person doesn't, because it says it's difficult to predict. Okay. The other one does use it for price action. All right, I got some yeses here, very important even. And one uses it for exits. Cool. All right, interesting. So most of the people I can see are kind of using it as a guideline for trends or exits or etc. Maybe not necessarily as an entry, but especially for directional guidances. Cool. Yeah, great. Thank you for all your answers. That's really awesome. So I can see that maybe this slide isn't necessary because here I'm going to actually explain why I think moving averages, and probably other people too, think they are important. So I can see we don't have that many skeptics. At least they didn't make themselves known let me say it this way. So maybe it's not needed, but just as as an extra explanation, yes, moving averages are known to be lagging indicators, but there is a way, to use them as a good indication of trend direction. For example,